What's up, everybody? Welcome to Webcast Citizen. My name is Mr. Webba, and I am joined by Mr. Seymour Duck. Today, we are going to be talking about Star Fox. A new Star Fox game has come out after rumors across online for the last couple of years or so. Seymour, very interesting. But Seymour, thank you so much for joining us today. We know that you have a show on OG55's channel, the Duck Pond, and you look so adorable
Yes.
with Mr. Duck at that desk.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we're gonna go ahead.
Oh yes, the duck pond on Orange Go 55.
There it is. Now, Seymour, where else can everybody find you on social media?
Yeah, you can find me on X at Mr. Seymour Duck, and usually I've been talking about Japanese stocks, but recently I've been talking about Korean stocks.
Ooh, look at that. Awesome. And Seymour, you are also a big Nintendo fan, and today we are talking about Nintendo and Star Fox.
Yes,
So,
which is
so
one of the stocks I own.
oh, sweet. There you go. Now, didn't you trade in your Disney stocks or sell them off and you got Nintendo, right? Was that what happened?
Yeah. So uh, basically, it was like right before the movie, and I think Super Mario Wonder, the game. I think around that time, I'm just like, I don't see the need to own both, so I had to pick because I'm like they're in similar aspects of growth in the company, and
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, unfortunately, Disney's a bit of a mess in their balance sheet, and Nintendo has no debt, just all cash, and I'm a bigger Nintendo fan, and I understood the business much more,
Yeah.
as we will discuss today with Star Fox. But
Mm.
yeah, I sold it for Nintendo, and I don't regret it. Though I do like Disney company. It's just I'm a bigger Nintendo fan, and
Of,
invest in what you know, and I
mhm.
invested in what I know.
Of course, Seymour. Absolutely. So, all right, Seymour. So, Star Fox, right? I love Star Fox. I would say, even though as big of a property that Mario is, I would say Star Fox is my favorite Nintendo franchise. I just love the concept of, just animals, right? And animals in anything are always adorable. It's cool. It's different, right? But also animals in space that are like, starfighter pilots, mercenaries, that's dope, And I remember when I first bought Star Fox 64, Seymour. I remember the cover at it. The reason why I had got it as a child and I wanted it was because it reminded me of Star Wars, right? I knew it wasn't Star Wars, but that's it reminded me of. So I got the game. I loved it. The dialogue was fantastic. The banter between the characters, the different animals of characters, right? The bad guys, a lot of them being monkeys, was or apes was fun. And then just like the variety of worlds. So even though the game was really short, and when you got really good at it, you could fly through that game in like a couple hours. The variety of worlds and pathways you could take in Star Fox 64 was so awesome. And there was normal mode and hard mode. You had verses, right, up to 4 players. Super cool stuff. Cool levels, fun gameplay. It was just really addicting for me. Fun arcade style shooter. Now, Seymour, we know that with the second Mario Bros. Movie that came out for Galaxy, Nintendo had shown us before, like what, a couple days or a week before the movie came out, like, hey, look, here's Star Fox, the Fox McCloud. He's in the movie. Now, I do believe that it would have been a really cool surprise if Nintendo didn't have
Yeah.
like released that, right? But anyways, that's cool. He's part of
Or-
now like the Mario universe. But Seymour, what's your experience with Star Fox? How do you feel about the Star Fox franchise? And yeah, man, what games have you played?
Yeah, one thing I just want to say is that I think the reason Nintendo, from what I read, the reason they stated that Star Fox was in the movie was because a movie theater chain leaked, I think, a
Mm,
picture of Star Fox,
okay.
and they wanted it out before everyone else did because so they did, and the views for the post of Star Fox got a lot of views, and it shows that the IP for Star Fox is still good, and I'm glad it's coming back, bigger than
Mhm.
ever. And I think Nintendo is very smart and they're very business savvy, where they plan this all out. Right? It's like they announced Star Fox, this new like the Star Fox event today. Yet, well, at the time of recording, the day before, um, like immediately, and then it's like, but they did it so right after the movie came out. They planned all these things all together, so nice, fine, like it's very Japanese like, and
Yeah.
that's what I like about Nintendo. And but yeah, um, one of my favorite games for Star Fox is Star Fox 64. That's the OG. That for me,
Oh,
that's the best.
yeah.
I mean, I played the original one, but I mean, like Star Fox 64 was the best. The only one I had not played, and instead what I did was I just watched a gameplay footage of it with Star Fox Zero, and I actually thought
Mm,
Star Fox Zero was a prequel, but the title was confusing. Actually, no, it was just a retelling story of Star Fox 64.
yes. Yes.
But
So yeah.
either way, still Star Fox 64. It was, it was those times when you didn't have internet and you had to figure out everything on your own. You
Hmm.
might have had a strategy guide if you could afford it at your local like games shop, but besides that, no, you had to figure everything out, right? When
Yeah.
we're playing it like a game like Star Fox, you had to figure it out, and you because of that, you consistently play to find all these Easter eggs. And with Star Fox, that was one of those games where it's like I had to play multiple times, especially when I was a young kid and nobody was helping me. Just figuring it out on my own without the internet. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just kept playing it.
Now, I will say, Seymour. So I played the original, of course. But here's the thing, though. I didn't play the original until later in life. So my bias is with 64, but also I played Star Fox Adventures. I played Star Fox 64 Adventures, the
And
original later.
and
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken, I think Star Fox Adventure for GameCube, right? I
Hmm.
think that one was a remake of Dinosaur Planet that was supposed to be made for the N64. So that's why
Yes.
the game was a bit weird and not Star
Mhm.
Fox like because
Yeah.
yeah. And I mean, it wasn't a bad game, but I preferred Star Fox 64.
Yeah. Well, so here's the thing. So Star Fox Adventures, I actually had a lot of fun with it. Was it like the arcade shooter that I love from 64? No, but I still thought the for the graphical leap in technology, I thought Fox looked really good. I thought that like you saw like the detail on his character, like the individual first strands. I thought his Arwing looked good for like a the story was they were kind of like running out of money basically because they're like low on jobs. So I thought like his Arwing looking kind of old and more beat up than from 64 was a fitting kind of storytelling world building, right? In terms of like, okay, we did 64, we were heroes, now we're kind of struggling later. So I thought that was really cool. And I thought the gameplay was really fun, right? I mean, you heard all the time Adventures was basically like Star Fox but Zelda, right? Because all the puzzles and stuff. But I thought the puzzles were fun.
Yeah.
I thought the environments you went in were really cool. The staff gameplay was really fun. But when it came to Assault, a lot of fans, Seymour, a lot of fans love Star Fox Assault, and I will personally, as a Star Fox fan, I will disagree with that. That's actually my least favorite. Actually, it's not even a favorite. It's okay. I don't like the voice work in Star Fox Assault. I think the voice work they sound too robotic. I don't like the characters the way they were designed. And then the Arweens just look very robotic-y and transformer-y, if that makes sense. Like we'll see in this direct, as I said, I've seen some images. I know you see some images, but I love that classic Arween look that we got from 64, Star Fox Zero. That style from Assault, you got that weird, very pointy, sharp, edgy, transformer-y vibe vehicle look to it. Um, and again, yeah, the game was just okay. The Arwings felt really slow. I didn't really like the gameplay. Being on foot was really cool, but it was okay to me. A lot of fans are like they raved about Star Fox Assault. I didn't care for it. Star Fox Command, never played it. I played the 3D on the 3DS, which is basically 64 on the 3D. That was all right. And then we got Star Fox Zero. Star Fox Zero Seymour would have been cool if it wasn't for the gyro controls. I hated that. I forced myself through the game with it, but that gyro motion control business, the fight with Andros at the end was very irritating to say the least, especially with those controls.
Uh-huh.
But I was happy when they brought the game, right? Because I'm like, oh sweet, a new Star Fox game, just what I wanted. Now Seymour. We'll get into it when we watch the 15-minute or 60-minute Star Fox Direct, because I haven't actually seen the whole thing. And we'll get into it, a lot of the debates online going. However,
Yes.
Seymour, so let's pull this up. Already, you can see, I mean, people are saying that Star Fox isn't popular. I don't know about that. You look down here at the view count, 2,176,724 views. That's a lot. I'm going to go ahead and click that like button right there.
And that's just Nintendo of America. There's Nintendo of Japan, Nintendo of Europe as well.
Exactly, Seymour. No, you're right. 100%, dude. Exactly. So, Seymour, let's go ahead and watch this. We'll at any point, any questions, comments, we'll pause the video and we'll talk about it. You ready, Seymour?
I do want to say one thing, and it's unfortunate. I wish I did play Star Fox Zero, but I did not. It's the only one I did not play. It was because it was on the Wii U, and I did not like the Wii U. The only Nintendo console I did not like.
Yeah, I said, if it wasn't for the gyro controls in that game, it would have been awesome, really, because they had the same kind of arcadey style, but the way it played was very strange. I didn't like it. So for me, that was a huge downfall, man. Have you
ever played Star Fox 2 though? That's
Star Fox,
rare one.
Yeah, because I know that the small Super Nintendo that Nintendo came out with has Star Fox 2 on it.
Yeah, so it was like an unreleased copy that got leaked for the Super Nintendo, and then the only way to play it is an emulator. But then it's like, back in the day, you needed a powerful PC for that to happen. Now you can just play it. And then it came out for the Super NES Classic, right?
Yeah, yes, it did. And speaking of Star Fox 2, Star Fox Zero, I forgot what it's called, Seymour. You might know, but in Star Fox 2, they had the walking, the bipedal Arwing. I forgot what it was called. It's because you have Arwing, Landmaster, Blue Marine, I think it's called, but then you have the bipedal Arwing, where it turns into like this bipedal walking shooting machine. I forgot what it's called, but it was a concept in Star Fox 2. Which of course didn't come out until with the mini, right?
Yeah.
But they put that concept in Star Fox Zero, which I thought was pretty cool. But again, gyro controls ruined the game for me.
But I think Nintendo fixed their issues and they went less gimmicky with the Switch, and then Switch 2, and I think fans are enjoying it.
Yeah, no, exactly. That seems like, I don't want gimmicks. Just give me a great game. We don't need gimmicks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but Seymour, let's go ahead and dive into this. Again, at any point, just let me know if you want to stop, and we'll talk about whatever we see. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's get to it. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, everyone. I'm Shigeru Miyamoto. Last month, we released the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which was enjoyed by many people around the world. To everyone who saw it in theaters, thank you very much.
Oh yeah, you can already pause it. I think, let me just check quickly, but I think the box office numbers for that movie is over, 889 million.
Woo! There we go. Almost a billion.
I think it will get to $1 billion either by this weekend or next weekend. It'll get there slowly, but it will get there. But I don't think it'll beat the 1 point. I think it was like 3.5 or 1.4 for the first one. But still, I think the first one was really hyped up because it was a Mario movie that we haven't seen in years. And then the first Mario movie we saw was a big flop, the live action one. So seeing this, the hype up, but to see it almost at another the second time to come to $1 billion shows that the IP for Mario from Nintendo is still huge.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah, it's huge. It's one of the most recognizable IPs in gaming history.
Yeah.
So, but we'll talk about this later, but apparently there's a rumor going around, a speculation of a Star Fox movie, maybe, Seymour, but we'll talk about that after the video though. But if so, that's exciting.
The movie features a certain character who isn't part of the Super Mario series.
Why is a princess trying to go to the most dangerous place in the galaxy?
Who are you?
Don't ask me personal questions.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't.
Fox McCloud! Leader of the legendary Star Fox team! I only care about 3 things: keeping the Lilat system safe, fighting with my buds.
Seymour, sorry, my dog was barking at random people outside. But let me just say, so I love this right here. Do you know why I love this, Seymour? Because one, the Star Fox, Star Fox, the theme, the music is just spectacular. I love it. It has that theme of being a hero, right? Like like you're heroic and coming to save the day. But it just sounds so cool too. Also, I want more like anime styled, or just I want an anime styled like Star Fox TV show. Like this, what we're seeing here. I would love this, dude. This will fit that so awesome, dude. 100%, dude.
You know what I like about Star Fox that I forgot to say is that why I like about it, it reminds me, you were talking about Star Wars. It's actually reminding me of Star Wars if you mixed it in with Top Gun.
You know what? I'm so happy you said that, because I saw someone on Twitter like just an hour ago say that the great thing about Star Fox is like if you took Star Wars and mixed it with Top Gun, and you get this really cool, fun, like space opera story thing. You know what I mean? It's like it's so cool. And it's great, because you have these pilots, some with attitude, they're ace pilots, right? The mercenaries, Lilac Wars, right? Dude, it's just the whole thing is just freaking awesome. And I wish there was more fans of Star Fox, to be honest.
And I think it's actually funny because the voice who does Star Fox is Glenn Powell, and he was in Top Gun Maverick.
Was he?
Yeah.
which by the way, that Top Gun Maverick was a great movie, by the way. That was great. But yeah, Seymour, let's keep watching this because this is freaking amazing.
And to an extreme, dangerous barrel rolls. Let's go. Then one day, my warp drive exploded, blew a giant hole in the fabric of space and time, and I got sucked into a different universe. That's what I get for making a frog my engineer. Now I roam the galaxy, trying to find a way home. Doing good, and the price is right. Oh, I also have cool space boots.
Now that's the backstory of the guy who's going to take us to the space junk galaxy.
Okay, Seymour. So real quick. So I haven't seen the movie, right? But with Fox McCloud telling the story, is this Nintendo confirming that the Star Fox universe, right? He's from a different universe, not from the Super Mario Brothers universe, right? Because obviously he said that he got technically he got sucked into their universe.
Yeah, it's multiverse stuff. Yeah.
Well, multiverse, baby. Here we are.
But I think, yeah. And from the rumors I heard, and I think it makes sense. I think Universal or Illumination wanted IPs from Nintendo, and they were scared because after they heard that Sony got live action Zelda, like, oh, okay. I thought because we were in bed with you for the Super Mario movie, I didn't know you were giving out other IPs to other companies. So I heard the rumors on X that Illumination gave the idea that, you should put Star Fox in this movie because it is about galaxy and far and wide, and Star Fox makes sense. And I think the reason they suggested that is so that Illumination can make a Star Fox movie.
Yes, and which that space and nebulas and planets, dude, will look beautiful. Like dogfights in space, bro. That will look amazing with Illumination, dude. Like, if that happens, and I'm pretty sure it will, I cannot wait for that, dude. Like, for real, that's gonna be awesome.
That's right. The main character from the Star Fox series, Fox McCloud, makes an appearance. Now, Fox and his wingmen return in their own Nintendo Switch 2 game. This game is called Star Fox. And now, I'll pass it over to Koizumi-san. Koizumi-san.
Hello, everyone. I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi. From here on, I will be your host for this presentation. Star Fox is based on the Nintendo 64 game Star Fox 64, but the visuals have been completely updated. All of the characters in the game have also been redesigned. All right, let's take a look.
If you can pause here before this gets revealed, I think Nintendo was really smart. Again, they're very business savvy. So I think they're learning from their mistakes. and they're doing a clean slate. And I think it's not a reboot for Star Fox, but I think what's happening is they want to start from a high point to showcase the new users who are experiencing Star Fox from, let's say, Super Mario Galaxy, and the fans that already experienced it from years before come together to experience a classic of which is going to be this this remade version of what they said was Star Fox 64, and which is why it's simply called just Star Fox, and it's like starting all over again from the beginning.
Yes, Seymour, I'm so glad you brought that up, because I mean, so basically 64 was kind of like the game from Star Fox, right? Just upgraded and updated and whatever and so forth. Assault kind of took that same formula after Adventures, but they added some footwork into it, right? Foot gameplay. But then we had Command and then Zero, right? So I feel like kind of along the way in the past years, I feel like that Star Fox is an IP of richness that has potential that has not been tapped into yet. So they had a base game, Star Fox, like, okay, this is cool, we can do something with this. Made Star Fox 64, fans freaking loved it. And then had Adventures, like, okay, what are we doing? Assault, fans loved it. I didn't, but that's just me. And then I think from there, after the whole Andros thing, I feel like Nintendo kind of got lost and they weren't sure what to do with Star Fox, right? They're like, okay, the big baddie's gone. Peppy Hare is getting older. We don't know what to do with these characters or where to take the story after the Lylat Wars, right? And I think that, if you start from scratch, like, yes, you're taking this and it's basically basing it off Star Fox 64, but you take this, because call it Star Fox. It's like what you said. It's for the newer generation, and this is they're starting from the baseline. This is going to be their base. It's going to be amazing because it's based off the old stuff, which is amazing. And then you're going to grow it from there. And then from here, you can now develop, create new stories, create new bad guys, right? Create new wars in the Lylat system or even other star systems. And I feel like that they had that mistake before, but I feel like that now, especially with them wanting to be in the theme parks and now in movies, right? They're more confident with their creativity, their storytelling now, and they're more confident with the Nintendo brand and being able to put it for other, give it to other creative studios to work with it, obviously, while working with them. And I think this is a great avenue. There's a lot of huge debate online right now. People are like, oh, they're going back to the 64 formula. Why? We've had it like 4 or 5 times. And I'm like, people, like, I get it. We've had it, like, we've had the kind of the same game multiple times. I understand. At the same time, though, that game, that all those other games were kind of going after, like, that were kind of being based off that game, 64, was amazing. I think that just shows how well that game was and how amazing that game was when it came out, Seymour. And now you have to try to replicate that enthusiasm for the franchise, the IP, the gameplay, right? That arcadey gameplay that was just really addictive fun for it. The characters with the comedic, banter between each other, the bosses banter with the main character. And yeah, dude, like, I get it. Again, same game. I kind of based off the same game. I get it. But if we're going to start fresh, I wanted to start with the best of the best that this franchise has had.
Exactly. And that's why I think they did this, because I think they wanted the newer audience to get the best of the best. And then if it's successful, we get more opportunities with this IP, especially now, because Nintendo, even in their shareholder and earnings call, they talk about how the gaming is not just the source of revenue anymore for the IP. They can go to theme parks, TV shows, movies, merchandise, and maybe one day we'll get a roller coaster attraction that's Star Fox like.
Yeah. Roller coaster or some type of really cool like dark ride. See, because it's weird. I kind of have with Star Fox, like Back to the Future, where there's flying involved. I have the kind of same mindset. It's like, it's weird because with Star Fox, you have R-Wings. It could work for a coaster like Back to the Future. It's the flying DeLorean. At the same time, though, there's a lot of technology involved that I want more than just a coaster, though. You know what I mean? So like there's like lasers and spaceships and like, space, right? Like I want kind of more than just a coaster. Even though that'd be fun, it definitely needs to feel fast for sure. But I want to have like that G diffuser experience, right, or something. But no, yeah, I'd see right having like a Star Fox area because seriously, Nintendo could build like a Super Nintendo space area. I don't know,
Kind of like Space Mountain, right?
kind of like Space Mountain, but Space Mountain, like if Seymour, you haven't been on it, but we have
No,
hyper.
Space Mountain. I have the one ride I have gone on.
Okay, so yeah, so the closest that would compare if you put on Hyperspace Mountain, they have projections of like the A-Wings and X-Wings fighting with TIE fighters. It's really cool. You got the John Williams music in it, really dope. But I think if they did that, but had better projections, more stars, kind of the Great Fox in there and Star Wolf, and more like community. I think if you did that, then that could be really cool. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, because Hyperspace Mountain, I love it. I think it's the best version of Space Mountain, in my opinion. So yeah, maybe they could do something like that, but just make it better, make the visual effects, the audio effects a lot better for sure. But yeah, I would love to see Star Fox come back in a big way and stay for a long time because I love the logo, I love the soundtrack, I love the the R-Wings, the Great Fox, the characters. It's a great world. Light its own like star system, right? Amazing. So, Seymour, are you ready to see what Nintendo has given us graphically wise and character wise, really? All right, Seymour, let's get to it. Okay, Seymour. And for people watching, I'm so sorry. I will be pausing probably a lot in this because there's a lot of references and stuff I want to compare what we're seeing to the older games. So right away, Seymour, what I'm loving is the R-Wings, okay? For everybody at home, and Seymour, if you go look up Star Fox Assault and look up that R-Wing versus this R-Wing and the Star Fox 64 R-Wing, this is like the more modern depiction of what the 64 R-Wing is supposed to look like. I love it. Same style, same colors. I do love that they added more of the detail. Like he has Star Fox written on there. It looks like on some of the tips of the R-Wing, there's like a yellow triangular painted part of the R-Wing, which I think Star Fox Zero brought into it. Dude, yeah, in the cockpit, it looks like their cockpit has like more room in it, where it's like the Star Fox 64.
Yeah,
I know it's an older graphical style, but it's like you look in it, it's just like their head in the cockpit. But here it looks like they have more room, but kept the same aesthetic style. Looks more modern. It has that. It still looks like a flying machine. I love it, dude. Seymour, what do you think?
that Star Fox Assault R-Wing looks like crap.
I told you, dude, I don't like it, dude. I don't like it. It's ugly.
Yeah, this looks much more modern and sleek. But yeah, first look, it kind of feels like a movie scene.
It does, right? Especially that Corneria shot. Yeah. Oh, dude, that was beautiful, man. Oh my god, dude, I'm like so hyped right now. Seymour.
Hell, I'll watch a movie in this quality.
Yeah, no, me too. No, absolutely, Seymour. But yeah, let's keep going.
Atmospheric entry complete. Extend the wings. G-diffuser systems check. Sound off, team.
Slippy here. So far, so good.
This is Peppy. All systems go.
Falco here. G-diffuser seems fine. Let's go already. Enemy targets up ahead. Let's rock and roll.
All right, Seymour, before we continue on, what do you think of the character designs? Because I'll tell you this. There is a huge debate online right now about the characters. People are saying, oh, Nintendo just paramounted Sonic the Hedgehog. Remember, like when Sonic looked like the boy from Jumanji before they redid him? And I get it. I get, like, to me, this isn't bad. It's different. It's like the Sonic the Hedgehog thing, that was atrocious, that was hideous, that was terrible. This looks like Nintendo took the characters and made them a realistic version, like real animals, while having the kind of aesthetic style of the original Star Fox characters looking like the puppets, right? At least to me, that's what it looks like. It looks like they kind of taken real life animal lookalikes and then taken the puppet as the puppet aesthetic of the original Star Fox and kind of put them together. That's what it reminds me of. So I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I kind of like the, how should I put it? I like the Star Fox 64 look. Obviously, that's an older look. I do like Star Fox Zero, his look there. So I'm fine with this look. It doesn't bother me. You know, they look more like, I guess, real animals, so to speak, which is fine. You know, that doesn't bother me. But Seymour, what do you think though? Going based off the look of these characters, do you hate it? Do you like it? Neutral?
I don't think it's like the Sonic look because Sonic was very eerie. It was very like they tried to make a hedgehog look like a cartoon hedgehog look like a hedgehog. Here, it just looks much more graphical, to be honest. Yes. It's like, you know, that meme when they like RTX mode on and it's just everything's just more graphical. This is what it feels like. It's like they just put more in depth in the graphics for it. So you can see the hairs for Star Fox, you can see the feathers of Falco. Like that's what and same thing with Peppy, but like that's what I think I see here. It's like it's just more detailed. I don't think it's more like the Sonic thing. Sonic was just that was just terrible.
Yeah, that was a whole nother creature. I don't know what that was. At least here, like Nintendo is showing you, hey, this is a fox, this is a bird, this is a rabbit, this is a toad, right? I mean, again, to me, they look like they're trying to depict them to being looking more like actual animals, right? Yeah. That are just bipedal and talk. Combined with mix of like the puppet look like makeup of the original, like the box art, right? Now from this shot here, Seymour, before I go, one, Corneria is a cool planet. It's very beautiful, very Earth-like, right? What I love here is I love the little UI that it says attack mode initialize. That's cool. I love also the R-Wing too. Has the same wing setup that you do at the very first level because there's 3 modes. There's the space mode when the wings are folded all the way to the back. Then there's the kind of attack mode, right? Which is they're kind of like in this middle ground, like how they're a little bit spread out like that. Then there's all range mode, which is when the wings are all the way extended fully out. And I love that they kept that that I guess ideology of the lore here. So I think that's very cool. But anyway, Seymour, let's continue on.
What you're seeing is footage of the game in action. While stage layouts have been kept the same, the visuals have received a major upgrade.
Slippy, stay in formation.
Banter between characters is also back.
Now you've done it, Slippy. Bogey on your tail.
Cover me while I fine-tune my sensors. Oh, you got him? Thanks, Fox.
We need your help, Star Fox.
Hey there, General. You seem a little on edge. But as it happens, my team's
This is Fox McCloud, leader of the Star Fox Mercenary Squad.
Prep the R-Wings. We've got a job to do, Star Fox. We're gonna take the system back from Andross, one planet at a time.
Falco Lombardi is their ace pilot and Fox's rival.
Sounds perfect. There's no way Andross would expect us to launch an assault there. You up for another challenge, Fox?
Scans are showing unidentified energy emanating from within. Slippy Toad is the team's engineer extraordinaire.
Incredible! Do you realize how rare it is to experience a stable warp channel? Did you see the distortions?
Sorry, Seymour. Sorry, real quick. I have to say that modernized music of the Corneria level. It's peak, dude. It sounds so good, dude. Anyways, I just wanted to point that out.
I do want to say that this is visually is very different for Nintendo. I must say, because when you're looking at like a Mario game and it's very, kid-like, very friendly. Here, a little bit more mature, but it's very different because Nintendo wasn't, it's not meant for very visual, realistic graphics. But here, it's on another level, and I think it's here showcasing that how powerful the Switch 2 is. Even though some people think it's not, I don't believe that's true. But here, showcasing that, like, look at Star Fox.
Yes, exactly. And I think I want to say too, I wonder if some of that, now I know we had Metroid Prime 4 that came out, right? But I wonder if some of that has to do with the space kind of war time, or like the space war theme, right? Because war is a mature subject, right? It is. In a war, people die, things blow up, innocents get hurt. And this is serious business, right? They're mercenaries, obviously, right? You have a big bad guy. So I do like that the stylized of the more realistic approach is great, because this is a more, I want to say this is a more mature story. It's a more mature IP in terms of, hey, we're not just some Italian plumber, yahoo, jumping on turtles and stuff. No, we're like in these spaceships flying through space, shooting down bad guys, getting shot at. Right, this is more serious stuff, and I actually really like this approach.
Space is the gateway to the wider system, Fox.
And Peppy Hare is their strategic mastermind and veteran pilot.
It's into enemy space. Just this. Hit them quick and hit them hard.
The fate of the Lylat system rests squarely on their shoulders. The R-Wing is a high-performance aerospace fighter piloted by Fox and his crew. It's equipped with a laser. It can also fire charged shots or launch bombs that cover a wide area.
Sorry, everybody at home. I'm diving deep into this because I love this stuff and I love this franchise, but also I don't want to get copyrighted with the music either. If you didn't know, Seymour, this music is the training music. So if you go to the training section in Star Fox 64, this music is what plays in there. And you're like in some ethereal space thing. It looks more like space, but I love that they took this and made it more like ethereal, more like kind of mystical or digital in that sense. So it's pretty cool. Any thoughts, Seymour?
Was there a training one in 64?
There was. So you had different like tiles, and you had main game, options, whatever else. But then you versus, then you had training, and you went to training mode. And then you had some like bear character or some other character that wasn't in the main game talking to you about how to do a somersault and how to do a U-turn and how to do, a barrel roll, all that stuff. But yeah, so this looks like the training part of that game. Or of the game.
The R-Wing can break, boost, do a barrel roll to repel enemy fire, and even somersault. Besides the R-Wing, an agile ground assault vehicle called the Landmaster and a modified exploratory submersible called the Blue Marine can also be piloted, depending on the mission.
All right, Seymour. So, Landmaster, Blue Marine. Okay. Star Fox 64, which I'm assuming this game will have, had 2 Landmaster levels, 1 Blue Marine level. I'll tell you this, dude. The levels of the Landmaster, pretty difficult. Blue Marine, even more difficult because you can't see crap in that level. It's also very, very slow. Landmaster, the level they showed with the train, that level as a kid pissed me off so much, Seymour, because that monkey guy on the train, the monkey conductor, just made me so mad. Hardest boss to beat. Obviously, I got better as I, learned the game and everything, because I eventually got all medals on all the planets and all medals on hard mode. But Blue Marine, it's awesome because it's a different vehicle. It's a unique aqua water world. I hope we can see more in this level, because in 64, dude, it was super like pitch black in there. And then if you're playing on a TV where you had a glare on it, dude, game over, dude. You're not passing that level.
Impressive work, Star.
The campaign will take you to diverse planets as you seek out the enemy's stronghold to restore peace in the Lylat system. Corneria is a planet teeming with life and the beating heart of the system. Ficina is a frozen planet with most of its surface covered in ice and snow.
Get your own target, Fox.
Solar is the Lilat system's scorching hot second star. And Zoness is a deserted, polluted ocean planet that was stripped of all its natural resources.
Cool your jets, Cat.
There's also an asteroid field to navigate.
Persistent laser tech.
And the inside of a nebula. From planet surfaces to outer space, a variety of stages await. With free-flying dogfights in all-range mode.
Unit, don't let anything through.
And massive boss battles. You can look forward to intense aerial combat.
Dude, Seymour. Okay. Oh, man, I love this, dude. I freaking love this. Okay, so the music that's currently playing is from Area 6, which for me is my favorite level in Star Fox 64, dude. It's, to me, I kind of put that like an equivalent of like a Star Wars like rebel assault on like Star Destroyers. It's like that sick, dude. You got all these blockades happening, got banter between the bad guys and your team, and you got Great Fox shooting down guys for you, dude. It is amazing. It's a high rush. I freaking love it. It's also, if you didn't know, ladies and gentlemen, it's also on the pathway for the more difficult mode where you fight the real Andross. But dude, Seymour, I want to say, in Star Fox 64, of course, limited graphics at the time, right? Space was just black with white dots, right? But here we get a lot of cool looking space backgrounds, dude. Seymour, what's your thought? What are your thoughts so far that you're seeing from this in like the graphical like achievement here, the combat, even from like where we select the next mission? Whereas before in Star Fox 64, you had like a map overview like in space. Now it looks like they have like a map, right? Like a digital map inside the ship where you select the level. Like from everything you're seeing, Seymour, how are you feeling right now? I'm like hyped. I'm like loving this thing, dude.
Yeah, I'm liking it too. Yeah, it's a major upgrade from, especially from 64, but even from like, even Star Fox Zero, right? Even though Star Fox Zero had an upgrade, I don't think it was this big of an upgrade. It's very different. Feels very cinematic and lifelike in some of the areas, and I like it. And then again, I think it's to push the Switch 2 hardware to its limits because this is very graphical, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, Seymour, I agree. And also, too, I think as well, if you have this combined with the Star Fox movie, and again, you have your kind of a peak ace game, dude, right? With the newer generation. Dude, because here's the thing, Star Fox is great. I love the characters. I love the IP. However, it's a space opera or a space war game, right? An arcade game. Your gameplay, the story, and it being a sci-fi kind of game, right? You need to attract an audience to not only just the characters, but for this type of gameplay and for what the story offers, right? You need to get people to attracted to what you're offering here. Then the characters kind of come with that. And I think Nintendo really wants, because I think Nintendo knows Star Fox has potential. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I think Nintendo knows they have Mario, they have Zelda, they have Kirby and whatever. But I think they know deep down that Star Fox is like it's like a sleeper hitter. You know, it's like we know this franchise has potential. We just need to hit that potential and get this thing up to where it should be. And so far, this is looking like that's where it's going. Again, I know there's a lot of debate online. Fans are like, "This is another Star Fox 64 game." Shut up. You know you're going to buy it anyway. I'm going to buy it. Seymour's going to buy it, okay? I'm going to buy this game just for the Switch too. Okay, like this looks awesome, and I really hope this game resonates and brings in new Star Fox fans to them, where we get more Star Fox content, new stories of Star Fox, and new wars. Awesome, amazing. And this level, Seymour, I don't know if you remember, but this, not this war, but this level, this is where if you took too long, Slippy Toad would come and be like, "Here, let me handle it." And he would start shooting at the robot, and the robot would be like, "Bam!" And then that's where you go to the other Landmaster level. But yeah, anyways, let's continue.
We did. All units, disengage.
Depending on the objectives you complete, the number of enemies shot down, and other factors, the route you take through the system may change.
Okay, so perfect. Okay, perfect. Just what I was saying, Seymour. So in Star Fox 64, you either, and this is for the people who haven't played the game, you either had mission complete or mission accomplished. Now, usually mission complete was like you completed the mission, but you kind of failed the overall objective, right? And whereas mission accomplished, you accomplished exactly what the intended purpose was for that mission. So depending on which one, if you got mission complete, you would usually take the bottom route, which is the easier route. And if you got mission accomplished, you would take the more difficult path. That's how you split paths. And sometimes in certain levels, you might find shortcuts for like hyperdrive somewhere. You kind of go like in the middle, which is kind of like a medium mode, so to speak. And from there, you kind of go between like easy and then hard. And you kind of end up either at Venom, either for, one Andross or the other Andross. So again, Seymour, right here, instead of having the space overview, we have a galactic like terminal overview, which looks like it could be like in the Great Fox or something if you're standing over it. So that's a cool feature. I like that. I like the way that the planets are kind of like more highlighted. It looks, you got the nebulas there. Looks very cool looking. Seymour, any thoughts?
I mean, I'm just gonna say you took everything I was gonna say, but it just looks great. I gotta say it again. It's a major upgrade. Like when you, as a kid, played N64, like the Star Fox 64, and they were just blocks. And now you come here and it's like more lifelike. It's more cinematic. It's almost like a movie. I don't know if they were utilizing their new department, Nintendo Pictures, and try to implement some of the cinematic scenes, but it's very different from Nintendo. And props to Nintendo for making it, even though it is a Star Fox 64 remake, kind of. It's very different, and they could have just gone and like just remastered it with better graphics, but this seems like a completely new game, start to finish. Like they had a create, and props to them.
Yes, and also another thing too, Seymour, I want to point out is, did you notice, because remember, you at first brought up that it's just called Star Fox, right? I mean, they said it's called Star Fox, but it's not called Star Fox 64. It's not called Star Fox 64.5, right? It's just Star Fox. So to your point, starting fresh with this type of game, and you can tell, Seymour, that they're starting fresh because if you notice throughout this whole direct so far, they're explaining everything in the game. They're explaining to you what it is. So even right here, right, they're going to explain it, but they have the left here. This is the difficult side, Area 6, my favorite level. Down here is the easier side, right? So again, they're explaining it to you like it's a brand new game, and if you've never played it before. So I think to your point, Seymour, that's how they're doing this. Hey, starting fresh, it's Star Fox. We're taking all the beats from the most popular version, Star Fox 64, and we're gonna just, do the best we can, and we're gonna explain to everyone as if you never played it before, and then to all the newcomers as well. Which, by the way, fun fact, everybody, this planet right here, Fachina, that we saw earlier with the snow level, in Star Fox 64, that was accidentally named Fortuna. Fortuna is actually a planet in Star Fox Assault, or it's in the Light system, but Fortuna is a planet that's actually covered in like beautiful forestry and flowers and stuff, right? Rainbows and stuff. So in Star Fox 64, they mismatched the names, but yeah, I just want to throw that out there. Fun fact.
Replay stages with a different approach to find ways through that are off the beaten path.
You'd better be right about this, Falco.
I say we trust Falco's instincts.
You worry about your own.
Plenty of new cutscenes have also been added. These include never-before-seen mission briefings between stages, allowing you to learn more about the characters and the Star Fox universe.
Fall in, team.
Okay, so Seymour, that's great. I love that because obviously now with the new technology and the consoles, we're able to see more of what it would have been like with Fox talking to the the Colonel, right? And his team, as if they were actually inside the Great Fox, having these meetings, these mission briefings. What's that like? Because in Star Fox 64, every mission was like, hey, Fox, blah, 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 blah. And Fox like, oh, yeah, don't worry, General. Oh, that's what it was, General. Don't worry, General. And that was kind of about it. But now here we will see more interaction, more character, right? We'll see have more character development or more personality traits of these characters we'll see and how they interact. It's going to be great, dude. Now, obviously, each game we saw more and more of that. But I like to see that for this version of Star Fox that's basing it off the Star Fox 64 kind of storyline and gameplay, we're getting more of that character interplay there. What's your thoughts, Seymour?
Yeah, and I'm excited that they're adding new things into it and not just simply just retelling the same story. They're adding more lore to it, which is what I like.
Exactly, Seymour. Exactly. No, 100% agree.
How are we doing?
You can choose between easy, normal, and expert difficulty settings. When playing on easy difficulty, your shield gauge will be longer and your lasers will remain powered up, making it ideal for novice pilots. In challenge mode, you can replay stages you've already cleared. Complete a variety of objectives that bring new challenges to each mission that you won't find in the campaign.
Defend the Allied fleet! Don't let any of them pass us!
Break through! We'll find out who's coordinating this attack.
Take on these challenges on either normal or expert difficulty. Battle mode puts you in 4 versus 4 dogfights. Players are split between Team Star Fox and Team Star Wolf. Then compete to earn the most points by clearing missions and taking down foes. You can select from 3 stages, each with its own rule set. Take out opponents and seize control of the zone around the satellite towers on Corneria.
Star Fox completed the objective.
Collect as many energy crystals as you can while dodging meteorites on Ficina.
All right, Seymour. So the Star Fox versus, like on the games, have never really been anything amazing, right? It's just really kind of versus modes, shooting each other. It's kind of about it. So I don't really expect much from here, but from what we see, it's cool. And there was just a shot here where it had the Great Fox in the background. That was pretty sick, And also, I love the view you get of these worlds on these planets. You see like a vastness to it. It looks like it's an actual real lived-in world. So cool stuff. Any thoughts on the multiplayer, Seymour?
Did they say it was online?
Not yet. I'm assuming this is a co-op thing, but they haven't said. They said it's either Team Star Fox or Team Star Wolf, so maybe they might say it now.
Or retrieve cargo from space pirates and take it to your base in Sector Y.
Star Fox completed the objective.
You can create private matches with your friends online, or match up with random players from around the world, making for a variety of ways to join team battles. Plus, if one person has the game, up to 4 players can take to the skies locally with GameShare. Or online using GameShare via GameChat. By holding your Joy-Con 2 controller like a mouse, you can seamlessly swap to mouse-controlled targeting for intuitive aiming and steering.
Slippy, stay in formation. Now you.
Okay, so this right here, this is kind of what the gyro controls were, Seymour, in Star Fox Zero. This is how they had it, where like your ship could be going straight, but then you would aim, and like if you're going straight, your lasers would shoot like in diagonally, or like this way or this way, and it was very awkward. So I'm happy to see, not really that it's back, but I'm not disappointed either. I'm happy to see that there's an option.
Yes, it's optional.
It's optional, yeah. Whereas I think they learned their lesson from Zero, where like people were saying we wish it was optional. So I'm glad they gave an option for that type of gameplay if that's what you like.
You've done it, Slippy. Bogey on your tail.
By sharing one of the Joy-Con 2 controllers with a second player, you can split pilot and gunner duties in co-op.
Oh.
We're entering Corneria City now. Andros sure has trashed the place.
I'll target the lights on the left. You guys go right.
It's a trap. Take him down. Don't crawl back under your rock. A swarm of lowly flies. Get ready, team. We're approaching Venom airspace.
What did you think? As you just saw, Fox and Company have a more animal-like design in this game. Reborn exclusively for the Nintendo Switch 2 system, Star Fox launches June 25th.
If you can pause
By
here.
the way, this game also supports character.
The one thing I like with Nintendo, and I think shareholders don't like it because they want to get information, and I think a little bit of the fans as well. But what I like is that Nintendo no longer announces a game until it's ready to be released. It's already pre-packaged, everything's already good to go, and they can ship it the next day. Here, they announced it at the time of the recording. It was the day before. In fact, OG had to tag me on X to say, hey, look. And then it's like within 15 minutes, Miyamoto's like, yeah, join us for this live stream. I'm like, wait, what? What's going on? Wait, what? And they just announced Star Fox. And I'm like, okay. And now we're watching it. That just happened yesterday out of the blue. And it's like, oh, yeah, it's being launched next month. Like, what?
Yes,
okay.
I'm so happy you brought that up, because that was a point where we were talking pre-game show, and I totally forgot to bring it up, but you're so right. And this is a big problem that Disney has. And this is a big problem I've been saying for a long time, is when you announce something so early in the process. I get it. Everyone's excited. You're excited. I'm excited. Everyone's excited. But then stuff can happen in the process of development, right? Stuff gets delayed, pushed back. See, bro, look, my life was how it was. And I didn't even know, me or you did not know this game was development. Now, yes, were there rumors of kind of earlier that there was a game coming? Yeah, but that wasn't really till later when like the movie was out, right?
I mean, to be honest, if you kept saying Star Fox game is coming out every year, eventually it will come out.
Yeah, no, exactly. But it's like, now I'm super hyped because it's May. This comes out next month, Seymour. Next month, this game comes out. It's not a year from now, 6 months from now, or I mean, even then that would have been good because it'd be this year still. But it's not like a year from now. It's not 5 years from now. It's game's done. Here's a really sick game that we have, Star Fox. We all know you love Star Fox. And yeah, guess what? It's coming out next month. What? What do you mean it's coming out next month? Oh crap. Okay. See, this is what I like to see, Seymour. Because look, I mean, everybody at home, think about this, right? Think about this. Would your life have been any different? Would your life have been any different if you knew this game was in development? Seymour, would your life be any different? I mean, you'd be excited, yeah, but then that's it, right? That's it. I mean, now you can actually get your hands on this game next month, Seymour, and they just announced it.
It actually irritates me more if you announce a game and then after you delay it and then change it to a different date and then delay it and then change it to a different date. And then now I'm hearing rumors for another game, Grand Theft Auto might be delayed even further. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would just rather you wait till the game is finished before showcasing it so that you can release it sooner. It's I don't know, it's that simple, but Nintendo likes to be offbeat. They like to do their own thing, and I think that's why I like the company. Some shareholders don't like it because they want to see 5 years in the future, but I'm like, that's not how Nintendo does it, and the fans like this because it gives them the opportunity to experience something so quickly, and the hype doesn't die down, right? When you see a movie trailer of a movie that doesn't come out for the next 2-3 years, and then you have to wait, the hype kind of dies down. If it comes out next month, the hype doesn't really die down. It's just next month.
It is. And also, Also, kind of going back a little bit, I do want to give a big shout out to Orange Girl 55, OG 55. He's the one that actually brought this to our attention, and then Seymour was like, "Hey, wait, Webba, dude, like check this out!" Like, what? No way. So yeah, a big shout out to him because I've been on the phone with OG talking about Star Fox, how I want more Star Fox. I've been talking to you, Seymour. I want more Star Fox, right? Like I want more Star Fox. And this is what we're getting. So I'm hyped. And Seymour, you're right. This game is taking a very more realistic approach, compared to their other games. And I'm very curious to see, like General Pepper's kind of more character and how he interacts with Fox and Falco and everything like that. I'm also very curious too if we're going to get like a short backstory, because in Star Fox 64. We got like a backstory synopsis of what happened before the current Star Fox team, right? With Pigman Dengar and the old Star Fox team with James McCloud, right? I wonder if we will get that. Or do you know what would be cool too, Seymour? If we got like a prequel game of that, I think that would be pretty cool. Play as James McCloud. But anyways, looks like there is online, as they confirmed, right? Online battles, and yeah, it looks like we're getting like some avatar picking here.
Avatars, which let you change your face in game chat to look like a character, like this. How do I look?
We all can be
doesn't just
VTubers
capture
now.
your head movement.
Oh, sorry, Seymour. What was that?
We all can be VTubers now.
We can, yes, absolutely. Hey, Seymour, you know what? We can all be Ace Pilot VTubers. There you go.
But your mouth movement? Blinks. And your eyebrow movement as well.
Wow.
If you have a compatible USB camera, please give it a try. When using character avatars to look like a Star Fox character, friends playing other games can also see your new look. But this game also supports the Nintendo 64 controller.
Okay, what? Seymour, Doug, what is this?
That's so random.
It supports the Nintendo 64 controller.
The
Dude,
fans
that's
who want that OG experience.
Dude, that's like a classic Nintendo drop as you will ever get, dude. That is so good. It's hilarious, but I love it though. That's awesome. And dude, I bet you anything they're gonna sell this thing for like freaking like $60-$70. Oh my god, that's great though.
Those who played the Nintendo 64 version can enjoy controls that feel even closer to the original. Since its debut on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, the Star Fox series has had a long legacy on Nintendo platforms. Along that journey, it set out for adventure and joined the battle in the Super Smash Bros. Series. We're grateful that you've continued to support the series for more than 30 years. If you've never experienced the series before, we hope you'll give Star Fox a try. Finally, we'll finish this presentation by sharing the game's prologue, which depicts a past battle involving James McCloud, father of the protagonist Fox.
You were just saying this.
Yeah, I was just saying that. Okay, well, there we go. It has it. It has it. And then in one of the shots where he was saying, if you haven't played the Star Fox games before, I hope you'll play this one. This made me think of this. So while watching the gameplay that they were showing, Seymour, is it just me, or did they really tune in to like the sound effect of like the Arwing engine, like in the crafts? Like did you notice that?
Yeah. I noticed the little details that Nintendo does, even though majority of the people won't. They have those little details that Nintendo does with the graphics and the sound. Yeah.
I was like, man, that's because that sound alone, it feels like a jet engine, and it makes the Arwing feel like a real life heavy piece of machinery, right? Like a heavy spacecraft. And I like that. That's really cool. And dude, this game looks amazing. I'm excited. I know there's a lot of fans out there who are complaining. But again, there's a divide for sure. I'm seeing a divide where people are like, the characters look fine. The game being 64 is great. Others are like, I don't like that 64 base. We need a new story. And then the characters look like a Sonic the Hedgehog Paramount thing. I'm like, well, the Paramount thing, that's wrong. I think it's nothing like that. Two, the fans have been screaming for a Star Fox game for so long. Like, okay, give us the 64 base. That one was the peak Star Fox game. So yeah, I'm happy with this, especially if it's going to be the first and then it's standard Star Fox game going forward. Yeah, give it to me. I'm ready, Seymour. Whew, man.
I agree. I'm ready for
Thank
it too.
you
Yes, no, absolutely.
very much.
Come in, Star Fox. This is Corneria Defense Force Headquarters. Do you read?
Loud and clear. James McCloud here, General. Star Fox is on approach to Venom.
Oh.
No indications yet of any suspicious activity. We'll let you know what we find.
Proceed with caution.
Dude, Seymour, what what were we just talking about? Star Wars meets Top Gun for Star Fox.
Yeah.
Dude, this is 6. And we're just talking about James McCloud too. Man, this is awesome, man. Dude, I love this because we never got to really see James McCloud. You know what I mean? We at 64 at the final spoiler, final real life, version of Andross, you kind of followed his ghost form and things like that. He's mentioned in the games, but we never seen him like this. And dude, this is freaking dope, dude. This is totally giving me Top Gun vibes, and I'm loving it.
You're the first to set eyes on that place in years. And thank you for accepting this mission, James. You're the only one I can trust.
General Pepper, do you read me? Something's jamming long-range comms. Stay sharp, team.
Are you seeing this, James? According to my instruments, the atmosphere is highly toxic.
And we're doing this job for next to nothing? We're supposed to be mercs, not chumps.
There's more at stake here than our bottom line, Pigma.
Yeah, sure.
General Pepper says his people have detected signs of activity on Venom's surface. He's concerned it has something to do with Dr. Andross.
It's been years since Andross was banished here, James. If the atmosphere is poisonous...
All the more reason to figure out what's going on. Dr. Andross made mistakes, and he paid the price for them. But whatever else he is a genius. Maybe he found a way to survive.
Our leader. Such a bleeding heart.
Where'd they come from?
Defensive formation. Pigma, where are you going?
It's like you told me. I'm getting into formation.
You two-timing swine!
What can I say? My new boss pays better.
Corneria must suffer. Death to all who stand in the way of my vengeance.
Was that Dr. Andross?
Don't let them escape!
I can't shake him.
Hey, Peppy! Catch!
James!
Peppy, are you there? Come in, Peppy. Do you read me? I'm losing altitude. Peppy, you need to get out of here. Warn the general.
Not without you, James.
That's an order. Peppy, keep an eye on Fox.
Oh,
Wow, they
man.
just end it right there.
dude, Seymour, dude, they just end it just like that. We're not gonna say nothing, not show anything else. Nope, that's it. We're done. Dude,
Man,
okay.
I felt like
Seymour,
we were watching a movie.
and Seymour, that's a movie we could get, dude. You know, I mean, I know with Illumination, it would probably look more cartoony. It would still look good, but look more cartoonier. This looks more like realistic. You know what I mean?
Maybe what we saw with Star Fox in the movie was just because they were in the Mario Galaxy, but you know,
yes, Seymour, yes, that is true.
I do want to say one thing though, is that Illuminations has pushed its creativity and design because of Mario. We didn't get just a simple Minions looking like movie. They pushed it. And the visuals, if you haven't seen Galaxy yet, but if you go see Galaxy, you see a lot of the quirks, a lot of the visuals. That's outstanding. That, you know, if it wasn't for Nintendo pushing Illumination, I don't think they would have done something like that. And I would not be surprised if Universal pushes Illumination, because Illumination to me kind of reminds me like Pixar for Disney. And now I think it, you know, can push it even further, and it could go to a detail like this with a more mature audience.
So, Seymour, I want to ask you, okay, now kind of stay with me here. What if this part we just saw was part of not a Star Fox movie? Well, it's Star Fox, but it's a Star Fox movie of James McCloud. Before Fox McCloud's Adventures of Lilac Wars. I'm just saying, you know, I'm not saying that's what it is, but I think that'd be pretty cool to have like a James McCloud
and then
story.
And then we'll find out why they're called Star Fox, even though his name is not Fox and his son is Fox. That's
right.
The one thing that I always, the only nitpick out of this whole thing is like, how come it's Star Fox? Yet when he started the team, it's James McCloud, not Fox McCloud, but yeah, his son is Fox. So why is it called Star Fox?
Because, okay, to play devil's advocate.
Because he's just a fox?
Yeah, I mean, Seymour, that's like if.
Or did he name his son Fox after the team?
Yeah. I mean, or both. Okay, Seymour.
Or maybe they named the team after his son. I don't know. I just want lore, and I would like to know where the team came from, the name, how they got it, everything. So if we do get some type of prequel, like James McCloud, I'm all for it. I want to know more lore of Star Fox, because that type of IP. You know, with Mario, you don't need to go that, you know, storytelling diverse.
Yeah,
it's good with. We already know you're, Italian plumber from Brooklyn that saves Princess Peach from Bowser. Yes, that's the storyline. That's the lore. That's all we need to know. But with Star Fox, I would like to see more of the lore.
Yeah, and it's different too, Seymour, because we have a parental figure involved, and then we have a betrayal, and then we have a Star Fox veteran, right? And so we have these other distinct personalities and characters that have a more intertwined, realistic relationship than like Mario and Luigi, right? They're brothers, cool, you know, but they save a princess from a lizard, dinosaur, dragon thing, you know, named Bowser. So, yeah, I think that there's a lot more play you can do with this. Now, to your question though, I would think that it's two things: Star Fox, because James McCloud is a fox and he's the leader. Fox McCloud, his name is Fox McCloud, but he's also a fox, so Star Fox. You know, that's like Seymour. If we go put you in space, we're like, okay, we're gonna call you Star Seymour. No, we're gonna call you Star Duck. You know, so probably do that. But yeah, dude, I'm so hyped, man, for this game. Like, this looks amazing. This looks like they put so much care and detail and thought into this, dude. And as a huge Star Fox fan, I am hyped. I know there will probably be people out there that disagree with my opinion about the character choice and going back to the 64 formula. That's okay, right? We all like and dislike different things, but I think this is a great start basis to go with. The game looks fantastic. The sound effects, Seymour, the lasers sound good. The R-Wing sounds like an actual vehicle, like a heavyweight jet vehicle, dude. Even that part when Pigma, when he braked and went back, like he went, like you heard that sound like it's a jet, dude. Oh man, that was good. That was good. The game has a more realistic tone and like aesthetic look to it. I love it. The space looks good with like the space clouds and nebulas and all that good stuff. Man, it looks awesome, Seymour. I'm excited. And the music, if the music we heard, like that kind of modern orchestra version in this direct, if that's in the game, oh dude, peak. Give me that soundtrack right now, Seymour. I'm hyped. Like Seymour, as you're hyped for Mario, I'm this for like Star Fox, dude. I am like so hyped for this, dude. But Seymour, any final thoughts on this? I mean,
some good news.
Good news?
Yes. The price is $49.99.
Really?
Yes.
For a Switch 2 game?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about that real quick, Seymour. Why do you think that is?
I think this is Nintendo being smart, because the Star Fox IP is not as big as the Mario IP, but they want people to go into the door and see the IP. And if it's successful, then it could be $70, $80 game after the fact. But and I think it's because it's not a full on like new game. And I think $49.99 is a fair price, to be honest.
So $50.
And yes, $50. And I think that will help get the new folks come in, and then also the folks who are multi-generational, who, played Star Fox for many years, like us.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, oh, it's $50. 80. When people online is like, it's simply a Star Fox 64 ripoff, but then it's like, but now it's only $50. It's not $80. It's like, okay, maybe I can take that price and buy it.
Yes. Also, too, Seymour, I think Nintendo also understands, because this is the same formula as 64.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a lot of variety of levels, but if you're really good, you can, again, with 64, you can beat it you can beat it 64. You can beat that game like 5 times in a single day. You know what I mean? If you just keep playing it. So it can be very short. Now, granted, added with these new cutscenes and different things, it may make the game longer, right? Depending on what route you take and what new scenes they add. For sure, but probably it's still gonna hover around maybe like the 3-hour mark at most, right? So it's still a short game for like the modern time. You're taking the same style as an older game, kind of retelling that story with some new stuff, but you're more modernizing it and having it be a fresh start. And to your point, I agree that since it's not as big as a Mario or a Legend of Zelda, but you want to get this game big, you want to introduce new audiences and current audiences at that cheaper price point. Then when it becomes a really big popular hit, now you can justify when you can make a bigger game, a more ambitious game. Again, still make it Star Fox, but now you can justify that higher price point. However, I do think Nintendo should be cautious with this. Now, again, Seymour, I'm not like you. I'm not a money guy. I'm not a stock dude or anything like that. But I think with Star Fox, they should probably tread carefully with the pricing. Maybe if this is successful, the next game maybe like make it $60. Then the one after that like $70, right? As you keep getting more successful, work your way up to the 80. Just don't go from like 50 to 80. Like don't do that huge jump, because I think that's going to throw people off, because you still haven't established Star Fox as like a main brand or IP franchise that has had successful hits after hits. You know what I mean?
And I should clarify that it's $49.99 for digital copy, $59.99 for the physical copy.
Okay.
Nintendo talked about how we were going to reduce pricing in the digital copies because it's cheaper to make. So, but if you go to Walmart, you get the $49.99 for. They give you $10 off. So you go there, they get you that physical copy as well. So.
There we go, Seymour. Yeah, no, exactly. And everybody at home, and you too, Mr. Seymour Duck, I don't have a Switch 2 because right now I can't afford it. but that's okay because you know what I can't afford? A $50 game, and I'm gonna go out and buy this game even though I don't have a Switch too. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. Support this game. This looks amazing, and when I get a Switch 2, I can eventually play this game because I want to play it. This looks amazing. Get it home from work, sit down, have the wife sit down next to me, Mrs. Webb, be like, look at this awesome game. You are gonna love Star Fox just as much as I do. So
and it's gonna be good, and it's gonna be interesting because we can actually get like a console level style game, but in a portable use, and it's not just like it's Star Fox 64 3D.
That Seymour, that's a good point because I actually kind of forgot about that. that the Switch it's an actual console that's portable.
Yeah.
This isn't just like you have the Wii U, it has a screen, you know what I mean, but the console's over here, or is the 3DS? No, the actual console is the screen. And so you're right, you do still have that full gameplay experience on the go that you do at home. So that's another plus as well, Seymour. Yeah, no, that's a great, excellent, fantastic point. I totally forgot about that. But Seymour, before we get out of here, anything else with Star Fox, whether it's movies or maybe like a anime for a Star Fox anime or comics, anything else, Seymour?
I think if the game sells well, we're gonna see a lot more Star Fox. I don't think it needs to sell like Mario level. I just think it's one of those IPs where I think it targets a certain crowd, especially in the male side, older teen and adults, right? Kind of like Star Wars, right? Where even though there's other ages and genders that watches plays all these type of IPs, but with Star Fox, right? But majority of it, most of the time, it's teens, male that are teens or older adults, right? Let's be realistic. It's not gonna be like all the girls are gonna play Star Fox like Mario game or watch Super Mario, right? But I think if they can hit that target and get a good sale, I think we might see far more Star Fox because unfortunately. A lot of the times money talks, and if it does talk and it does do well, it doesn't need to do Mario like I said, but if it does do pretty well, then we could get an attraction, Epic Universe, you never know. We might get a movie, maybe a TV show, I don't know. I've always thought that we could always get a TV show with Star Fox.
Oh yeah,
when, like either with Netflix or team up with Sony again, but Illumination came in and it snuck in that cameo for Star Fox, and I'm sure they're gonna do a movie for it, Star Fox. I'm sure it's gonna do really well.
Yeah, no, Seymour,
especially
agree.
Sorry to cut you off, but I just want to say, especially because it got millions of views when they released that poster and saying, "Surprise, Star Fox is at Super Mario Galaxy," and everyone's like, "What?"
Yeah, I said, this video of Nintendo of America from YouTube that we watched had like over 2 million views. I'm telling you, Star Fox is a franchise that is just waiting to blossom, and people are really hungry for it. I'm starving for it, Seymour. I'm practically like skin and bone. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, so Star Fox. But yeah, dude, I'm excited. I would love to see Star Fox anime like in that style, the portion of the movie that was there that they showed. That would be banger. More games, of course, theme park attractions. Dude, Seymour, can you imagine at Universal a Star Fox meet and greet, dude?
No, okay. If we get this Star Fox from the game, that would be wild.
I know, right? Can you imagine like the realistic looking like animal head?
I mean, if you think about it, right? Like I mean, isn't meet and greets for Zootopia?
You're right, they are. Yeah, but they're smiling, and Star Fox characters don't really smile. they do sometimes, but
I know, this is probably going to sell well. In like the Asian countries, because they're fond of it, like the anamorphic animals.
Yes, yeah, and that
That's
would
why-
be a. Go ahead, Seymour.
I was gonna say that's why Zootopia did really, really well, because the Asian countries came in and consistently watched, even to the point where they could bring their pets into the movie theater.
That's wild. Now that whole animal thing, Seymour, is a whole other topic for another discussion.
Yeah,
because that is some crazy stuff. But Seymour, dude, thank you so much for joining me, man, on today's discussion of Nintendo with our beloved franchise Star Fox. This was awesome, dude. I'm so excited. I know you're excited. I can't wait for it to come out so I can go play it and not be able to not play it, but buy it and not be able to play it because I don't have a Switch too. But yeah, Seymour, where can everybody at home find you on social media, my good Mr. Duck?
Oh yeah, you can find me on Orange Grove 55 at the Duck Pond, and where we talk about VTubers, anime, and niche type of culture, especially corporate talk as well. We do a lot of that. Sometimes boring because it's long, but I mean, it's very niche. And also, you can find me on X at Mr. Seymour Duck.
Absolutely. And actually, Seymour, real quick, is this your first time on Webcast Citizen, correct?
Yes, first time. Not first time with
Yes.
you. We've done lots of videos, but yes, first time in the webcast. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, first time with Webcast Citizen, absolutely. But we have done lots of videos together with OG and Jay Shear, right? Awesome stuff. But Seymour, I want to thank you again for coming on. And everybody at home, let us know in the comments below. Are you excited for Star Fox? Do you not care? Do you love Nintendo? Do you want to see Star Fox come to the theme parks? Have you played the games? Which ones have you played? Let us know in the comments below. And we will see you next time here at Webcast Citizen. Catch y'all later.